Scroll staff share tweet email Reddit print share tweet email Reddit print around the web by Scroll staff published yesterday 10 p.m. Dangling off a 100-story skyscraper doesn't sound like the safest job in the world, but it's what these window cleaners do for a living. In fact, hanging off glass windows of some of the tallest buildings is what they do all day. The Smithsonian Channel posted the video above on its YouTube page, showcasing perhaps the most daring job in all of Chicago, which is window cleaning one of Chicago's tallest buildings. The John Hancock Center in particular is designed in such a manner that the windows can only be cleaned from the outside by scrubbing them down by hand. Which also means these two window cleaners in the clip have to start from the very top and make their way downwards. Interestingly, despite the actual challenge of hanging in thin air, these workers encounter an array of other unique obstacles while on the job. Birds of prey, especially falcons, are known to nest in the facades of buildings, and can be quite aggressive if disturbed. The phrase, occupational hazards, clearly takes on a whole new dimension here. Support our journalism by subscribing to Scroll Here. We welcome your comments at letters@scroll.in. Sponsored content by published April 17, 2018 7:12 p.m. Share tweet email Reddit print share tweet email Reddit print Sportspersons are known for their superhuman discipline, single-minded determination and the will to overcome all obstacles. Biographies, films and documentaries have brought to the fore the behind-the-scenes reality of the sporting life. Being up at the crack of dawn, training without distraction, facing injuries with a brave face and recovering to fight for victory are scenes commonly associated with sportspersons. Racers are no different. Behind their daredevilry lies the same history of dedication and discipline. Cornering on a sports bike or revving up sand dunes requires the utmost physical endurance, and racers invest heavily in it. It helps stave off fatigue and maintain alertness and reaction time. It also helps them get the most out of their racecraft, the entirety of a racer's skill set, to which years of training are dedicated. Racecraft begins with something as simple as sitting on a racing bike. The correct stance is the key to control and maneuver the bike. Riding on a track, tarmac or dirt is a great deal different from riding on the streets. A momentary lapse of concentration can throw the rider into a career-ending crash. Physical skill and endurance apart, racers approach a race with the same analytical rigor as a student appearing in an exam. They conduct an extensive study of not just the track, but also everything around it: trees, marshal posts, tire marks, etc. It's these reference points that help the racer make braking or turning decisions in the frenzy of a high-stakes competition. The inevitability of a crash is a reality every racer lives with, and seeks to internalize this during their training. In the immediate aftermath of the crash, racers are trained to keep their eyes open to help the brain make crucial decisions to avoid collision with other racers or objects on the track. Racers that meet with accidents can be seen sliding across the track with their heads held up, in a bid to minimize injuries to the head. But racecraft is, of course, only half the story. Racing as a profession continues to confound many, and racers have been traditionally misunderstood. Why would anyone want to pour their blood, sweat and tears into something so risky? Where do racers get the fearlessness to do laps at mind-boggling speed or hurtle down a hill unassisted? What about the impact of high speeds on the body day after day, or the monotony of it all? Most importantly, why do racers race? The video below explores the question. The video features racing champions from the stable of TVS Racing, the racing arm of TVS Motor Company, which recently completed 35 years of competitive racing in India. TVS Racing has competed in international rallies and races across some of the toughest terrains: Dakar, Desert Storm, India Baja, Merzouga Rally, and in innumerable national championships. Its design and engineering inputs over the years have also influenced TVS Motors' fleet in India. You can read more about TVS Racing here. This article has been produced by Scroll Brand Studio on behalf of TVS Racing and not by the Scroll editorial team.